Hello everyone and welcome to Cindy's Corner. Today I'm going to be making this card. It's a birthday card for a really good friend of mine who lives in England, and it's a little bit unusual in as much as it just pops open like that and stands up, and it will fold nice and flat for me to mail, and then on the back I'll be able to put my message. So we start with a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5, and I have scored this at 2 inches, 3 1/8, 5 3/8, and 6.5. So I'm going to put in my scores, and so I folded that one into the middle and that one out to the side, and then the same with this one. And then when we persuade it into place, that's what we end up with. And just put in some good folds so that it holds its shape. So that's that part of the card. Then we have got our panels, and these are in Whisper White, and the center one is 5 1/4 by 2, and then the two side panels are 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to start with the side panels first, and I'm using this stamp from the Bordering Blooms, and I'm going to be stamping that in Wild Wasabi, and I'm going to be stamping so that it's not quite centered, because I want this to show when the card is closed. So that's going to be my right hand one, and then this is going to be my left hand one. There. And then, since I never send a card out in an envelope that's not been decorated, I'm just going to go ahead and put the same design on my envelope as well. So that's the green finished with. My front panel I've decorated, and I have used the little butterfly stamp here from the Perpetual birthday calendar, and I'm working with here Pink Pirouette and Sahara Sand, and I'm just going to dot around on my piece of card, clean it off, and then start with the Sahara Sand. Maybe just a couple there and there. Now my sentiment I've already stamped on a piece of Pink Pirouette cardstock in the Wild Wasabi, and for this one I've used the Happy Birthday from And Many More. So I've gone a bit wild with the stamp sets this time. I don't usually do that, but since it's for a special friend, I've picked and chosen the images out of various stamp sets. So now I'm just going to sponge round each of my panels with Pink Pirouette. So that's my center one. Need to make sure I keep my side panels to the left and the right, so when I come to attach it to my card I don't get them mixed up. So that's my left hand one, and then here I don't have to sponge your edges, I just think it softens it a little bit and just finishes it off. So that's that one done. And I also went ahead and sponged gently round the little Happy Birthday banner. I cut my butterfly out of Pink Pirouette, and I've used the Butterfly Thinlets, and I use this one here. And again, to just help with the definition, I'm going to sponge very gently around the butterfly's wings. Like that. There we are. And then I also cut 4 little flowers, 3 in Pink Pirouette and 1 in white, using the Itty Bitty accent punch, the little flower one. And then with each of these flowers, I'm just going to put them on a piece of foam. So I sponge around the tips as well of this one, and they're all ready for me to put on as well. So I think I'm very nearly ready to assemble. So I'm back with my card. No, I'm not. I'm going to be putting a piece of ribbon. Let's get rid of the ink before I get ink on everything. So I'm going to put a piece of the Pink Pirouette seam binding around my card, and I want to try and keep this knot as flat as possible, because with this going in the mail I don't want it to have too much bulk. Let's see if I can keep it as flat as I can. Not the flattest of knots, but I'll work on it later. And then just trim that off a little. Lovely. Now I can start on my card. So I want to make sure that my ribbon is reasonably placed on there. I think that's going to work. And then with snail, I'm going to run my snail on my card, a piece of card, and I'm going to make sure some is on the ribbon there, give it a good old chance to stick down, and then centre that on my base. There we go. Press it down firmly, and then with my left and right hand panels, I'll pop those in like that. There we go. And then this is the open that up. Oh, it's not behaving itself. There we go. Perfect. So that then closes down like that. My butterfly, normally with a butterfly I'd put some pearls in the middle, but again what I'm trying to do is keep it nice and flat to go in the mail. So what I've done is I've cut an itty bitty butterfly out of the glimmer, the Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper, and I've just stuck that in the middle like that, and then a small piece of dimensional on the back like that, and then with my banner I'm going to put another small piece of dimensional on the back, and I'm going to put it to one side. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much ready to assemble this. Now I need to close this down, and I need to put my butterfly so that it's within the footprint of the closed card. So just wiggle it round like that. I've just realised I've made this the other way round from the other one, but never mind. Let's just remove that from there and pop that one like that. And I'm just going to position that again so it's within the footprint of the card, but I want it to be hanging over. If you can just see, that's hanging over. So the last thing we have to do is the little flowers, and I'm going to use some liquid glue, little on the back of my hands, and then I'm going to just dot them round on my card. The white one I'm going to just pop on my banner, and then the last little pink one here I'm going to stick down there. And then I'm going to be using the Dazzling Details. This is the Silver Sparkle, and again it's to try and keep the thickness down for the male, just in the middle of each of my flowers. And there we are. I hope she likes it. And with our card, with our matching envelope as well. So there we have a very pretty birthday card, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.